Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. It's your boy Crypto Blood. That's how I'm feeling right now. All these Bit Connect gangsters running up on my channel, trying to challenge me. Don't kill my vibe, please. Another episode of My Two Satoshis. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. Man, a lot happened yesterday, boy. Segwit 2X called off. NO2X. You got Clif High and J Snip 4 doing a video. I'll talk about that in a second. And then also we got some news, man. Another Parity exploit. Parity wallet, for those who don't know, Parity is an Ethereum wallet. I think they do more than ERC20. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. If they handle ERC20, what is it, 23 or 24, and ERC20, I'm not sure. But they've got another hack or exploit that occurred. Just sad, man. This is the second big major hit for Parity, and we'll take a look at that in detail. First, let's take a look at CryptoCompare, and lo and behold, what do we see up here at the top? BitConnect. Let me just do an X on that. Boom, gone. Market cap is sitting at 207. Bitcoin's dominance dropped a little bit, 59.6%. And as you can see right here, there's a nice spike down, or spike up then spike down. I'll get into my theories on that right now. I think we had, and we can just go over to the chart. I think what we had from yesterday was you see that spike there. That was really, to me, and I have no supporting evidence on this, I'm just speaking off prior experience with trading and such. I think we had a short covering. That's why on the news that there wasn't going to be a 2x. It's good for Bitcoin, I think, from a PR standpoint. Don't get me wrong. I think from a PR standpoint, it looks good that they're not having this additional fork, just to keep continuity between just everyone, and from the outside looking in at the cryptocurrency network and community and stuff. I think it's a good thing that they did not do another fork. However, my reasons behind, like, I think some backdoor deals were done. Some people's hands were greased. Some palms were greased, people. I think some people got some millions to not do that 2x, Segwit 2x. But again, I don't have any evidence. It's just kind of my gut feeling about it. As you can see in the Webbot chat room, there is Alex Vale put a chart of the Segwit 2x futures. Man, it plummeted. It went down big time. Look at that. Went from prior to was around, it looks like $2, maybe $1 and some change, close to $2. Plummeted all the way down to, I can't tell where that is, but near, close to zero, about 20 cents maybe. I'm not sure, man. That's crazy. But again, I think we had short covering occurring there, and what I mean by short covering, so if you short a commodity or any asset, whether it be equities, FX, whatever, if you short it, you're banking on the price. You're going to make money if the price goes lower. So my theory is that, you know, the news came out, no Segwit 2x, and people just basically covered their positions on the short side. So essentially you have to buy back So to close a short position, you have to buy that position, if that makes sense. So that will force the price up as people cover their short positions. That could be one reason. That, you know, I sat and thought about it for a while. That's really the only reason I could think of for it to go from, it really wasn't even, you know, it closed here at around 7,400, but yesterday's lows, I mean, it was down near like 72, 7,100, and for it to go from 72 all the way up to almost 7,900, that is about what, 12-13% move within, it was within like 10-15 minutes. So pretty big move in my opinion. And that's kind of the only thing I can think of. You guys let me know your theories on why we had to spike up after the announcement of the NO2X, basically cancellation of the SegWit2X hard fork that was supposed to go down like next week sometime. So I'm still in the camp of thinking that we're going to touch this 45-degree line here. When, I have no clue, but I think we've got to make a pullback here before we really take off to head to Jupiter here. So let's just keep an eye on that, people. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was, again, we had a mob of BitConnect people coming on the channel. Man, you guys are like clicked up for real. I mean, I understand you want to make your point, but it just seems like the attachment you guys have to it is really weird. And I'm still not convinced. And even, you know, after watching, hearing Uncle Clif talk about it with Jay Snip last night, I'm even more convinced that this thing is I already knew it was a Ponzi scheme. That's why I didn't participate. I don't participate in any MLMs, to be honest with you, but that's another story. I kind of talked about that earlier. But Cliff basically talked about, he did the mathematics, he did the numbers behind it, and the math comes out to show that they won't last until no later than December, end of December. I think he said first or second week into December. So that's right around the corner. So we shall see if Cliff is right. I mean, he's computer science acclimated. Strong background in computer science and math, and I have a background in computer science as well. So I didn't do the numbers, I didn't have time to, but evidently Cliff did, and I'm gonna roll with him. Not some people making money in a scheme, in a Ponzi scheme right now, and don't know the ins and outs of what's going on. And for me, the red flag was this whole trading bot thing. Me having experience in building algorithms, it just didn't make sense. It was a huge flag. And so anyone who knows how those bots work knows what's going on. So I can't convince, and like Cliff said, you can't, some people, the universe, you can't help people change. They literally, that is what the universe has for them to go through. For whatever lesson, for whatever, whatever reason in that particular person's life, they have to go through that. Nothing you do, nothing you say can change that. And so we'll have to see, people. I'm still not convinced. I would steer clear from BitConnect, even though those ads, that's another thing I want to talk about, like how CoinMarketCap, to me, I feel like they should have some level of filtering what ads are shown on their website because so many people go to their site. So if they're inundated with all of these Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme, MLM ads all the time, it's a conduit for getting new people into those programs and you know, basically opening those individuals up to losses. Now, I'm not saying we're not all grown people here. We should be able to make our own decisions and take full credit for the decisions that we make. No doubt, I agree. However, we shouldn't aid in the demise of individuals and stuff. So that's just my two satoshis on that. So let's take a look at this Parity, man. God, Parity just can't win, man. Their losing record is worse than Meek Mill. Meek Mill is back in jail, by the way, for you hip hop heads. He's back in jail doing another 2 years. So unfortunate set of circumstances for Meek Mill. But article out of CoinDesk, and the article is basically talking about how there was another exploit found in the Parity wallet. And and just to give you some background, back in July, Parity had a huge exploit found that over $30 million was stolen. Swarm City, one of the startups in the community, they lost like 44,000 Ethereum. I think, though, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, some white hat hackers came and stole the money back somehow. I believe. You guys let me know if I'm correct on that. I believe that's what happened. But man, they just can't catch a break. So that was a huge exploit. They did a patch on their wallet, and apparently the new patch had another exploit in it. So let's take a look at this article really quickly. So UK-based startup Parity Technologies is opening lines of communication with their users a day after a code vulnerability locked hundreds of their Ethereum wallets. So so they issued the alert Wednesday. The provider of the software for the world's second largest blockchain explained what went wrong and launched a website where users can check their addresses to see if their funds were affected. Parity also posted an email address for users to contact the company. As of Wednesday afternoon, the wallet checking website showed that 584 wallets and 573 people were affected by the exploit. However, it is not clear if this is the final number or if it's simply the latest one that the company has tallied. I would assume it's just the latest one, but we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens. The article goes on to say the security alert goes on to describe how a flaw in the company's code was exploited following a patch in July that fixed a prior vulnerability. So at the end of this article, it says, with this exploit, get this, people, according to informal estimates, as much as $150 million of cryptocurrencies may be currently inaccessible, so locked out, frozen, unable to be retrieved. So this brings up a good point. Like, you know, how do we go about in our, you know, as people, basically taking control of our own finances and money. I should say more so money, not finances, but our money as a population, as a society, as we move into this cryptocurrency. That's what cryptocurrencies are doing. It's eliminating the middleman, i.e. the bankers, from skimming off the top You know, and for years, man, I don't know about you guys, but I would always think like they're charging me to hold my money, and on top of that, they're taking 90% of my money and lending it out and making interest off of that. And since 2008, we haven't been getting any. The federal funds rate has been close to zero. You know, it's that funds rate window after the '08 crisis, they closed that gap down. They closed it down to under a quarter basis points. So savers have been penalized, and I say all that to say, with this new paradigm shift in banking, right? Now we're in control of what happens, and you know, I guess I'm posing the question, like, do you guys have multiple wallets on multiple platforms in which you keep your funds, keep your cryptos? You know, many people I know use Trezor wallets, but what if Trezor has an exploit, a hardware exploit at some point? It's very possible. It's always possible. So, you know, I just want to know how you guys feel, and what is your plan in keeping your funds. You know what I mean? Like, paper wallets are probably the least hackable, right? However, if you have a fire, if the ink wears off or whatever the case, there's always vulnerabilities for every method of storing your money, your crypto. So I just want to kind of get your feedback on that and see how you guys are planning on mitigating your risk as much as possible in this crypto game as it gets bigger, as these cryptocurrencies become more and more valuable. You know, these are serious conversations to be had and serious planning to be done, in my opinion. So the onus is on us now. You know, it's the gift and the curse. Like, we no longer will need a bank to hold our funds. However, now we're the sole operators and holders and of our capital, of our wealth. So, you know, this is very unfortunate. And I can't remember, there was a startup ICO that in this Parity hack that was affected. I can't remember which one it was. Drop a line in the comments area of this video if you guys can let me know which company that was. So yeah, let's keep an eye on Bitcoin. I think there was some short covering going on. Let me know your thoughts about that, and we'll keep this bad boy rolling. It's your boy Crypto Blood. That is it for today. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also make sure you join that Webbot chat room. Over 3,500 strong now, and really just having a great time sharing information, growing, and becoming a big family for those who are fans of Clif and the hard work that he does. So join us there, people. I'll leave the description of that, or the link of that, in the description of this video. I always say that backwards. So that's it, people. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla.